Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. One does not discover new lands without consenting to lose sight of the shore for a very long time. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for something you are not. Everything has been said before, but since nobody listens, we have to keep going back and beginning all over again. Be faithful to that which exists within yourself. In hell there is no other punishment than to begin over and over again the tasks left unfinished in your lifetime. Believe those who are seeking the truth. Doubt those who find it. Most quarrels amplify a misunderstanding. The most beautiful things are those that madness prompts and reason rights. God depends on us. It is through us that God is achieved. It is easier to lead men to combat, stirring up their passion, than to restrain them and direct them toward the patient labors of peace. No theory is good unless it permits, not rest, but the greatest work. No theory is good except on condition that one use it to go on beyond. Man is more interesting than men. God made him and not them in his image. Each one is more precious than all. The most gifted natures are perhaps also the most trembling. Great authors are admirable in this respect. In every generation they make for disagreement. Through them we become aware of our differences. There is no prejudice that the work of art does not finally overcome. The most decisive actions of life are most often unconsidered actions. To read a writer is for me not merely to get an idea of what he says, but to go off with him and travel in his company. There are very few monsters who warrant the fear we have of them. Art is a collaboration between God and the artist, and the less the artist does the better. Art begins with resistance. At the point where resistance is overcome, no human masterpiece has ever been created without great labor. It is only in adventure that some people succeed in knowing themselves, in finding themselves. Therefore is a word the poet must not know. Art is the collaboration between God and the artist, and the less the artist does the better. The sole art that suits me is that which, rising from unrest, tends toward serenity. Fish dive belly upward, and rise to the surface. It's their way of falling. Only those things are beautiful which are inspired by madness and written by reason. To what a degree the same past can leave different marks, and especially admit of different interpretations. Welcome anything that comes to you, but do not long for anything else. Nothing prevents happiness like the memory of happiness. Nothing is so silly as the expression of a man who is being complimented. The most important things to say are those which often I did not think necessary for me to say, because they were too obvious. Complete possession is proved only by giving. All you are unable to give possesses you. A straight path never leads anywhere except to the objective. It is unthinkable for a Frenchman to arrive at middle age without having syphilis and the Cross of the Legion of Honor. It is good to follow one's own bent, so long as it leads upward. What would there be in a story of happiness? Only what prepares it, only what destroys it can be told. The want of logic annoys. Too much logic bores. Life eludes logic, and everything that logic alone constructs remains artificial and forced. Work and struggle and never accept an evil that you can change.